What's up, guys? Rob from Legit Gaming here, bringing you the latest edition of patch notes that have come out for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. So you'll have to excuse the kind of weird screen setup I got going on here. It's just kind of an odd window that pops up for the patch notes. So yeah, we will start by reading them out, and then what we can do is as we read them out, we can kind of go into the game and test things as they appear. So first thing, alternate costumes, huge. Probably the most important thing in this patch, honestly, is the addition of alternate costumes. There is one for each fighter, which we will go and preview. Separated hitbox across the cast to allow for proper interpolation. It's just some hitbox stuff that Rep was working on. Fix an issue with the second stick, the C stick, causing the wrong type of attack to come out the first few frames of entering and leaving the ground. So sometimes your C stick would accidentally input the wrong attack. So on the ground, you'd sometimes get a light attack, and in the air, you'd sometimes get a strong attack. Added turnaround functionality to up and down attacks when using the second stick. Fixed an issue that causes some matches to suffer FPS drops. I was noticing that Rooftop Rumble was still very weird when it came to FPS, so I'm glad that's probably fixed. Fixed an issue that prevented users from joining multiplayer matches through invites when watching replays. Okay. So these are the actual character notes here. So Korra got a ton of buffs. Light neutral added a ground jab for jab reset, a ground hitbox. Light down 1 decrease the lag time attack to idle frame, so it's less laggy. Increase the hit stun time. Decrease light down 1's knockback, so it hits a little less hard as far as knockback, but it's faster, and that's very important with more hit stun. Light down 2 increase the hitbox foot size from 0.9 to 1.1. Her strong down hitboxes come out faster from frame 14 to frame 12. Strong dash, the hitboxes appear sooner now from frame 16 to frame 10. It's a 6 frame increase, which is insane. Light dash, Korra's light dash now jumps over opponents that are getting stuck, which is important. Neutral special increased Korra's neutral special blocking, stun, and push distance. So you're going to have more block, stun, and more pushback when you shield her neutral special. Up special fixed Korra's charged up special missing hitbox at the start, so the hitbox is 10 frames faster now, which is crazy. The hit stun is increased. Korra, man, Cyrus right now is like, yeah, punching the air. Down special increased the hit stun, and light neutral air increased the hitbox size and made it offset a little bit more. So Korra went ballistic in this patch. Helga, light down air, an extra active frame, and added a hitbox to the hip, so it's going to be a little bit easier to hit now. Special mid decreased initial startup time, so her projectile, her slingshot, is faster, which is huge for Helga. The overall range coverage is bigger now. Decreased end lag after firing. Increased the travel distance, so travels further before disappearing. Increased travel time cap. Yeah, so her neutral special, which is her most important part of her kit, honestly, got uber turbo buffed, which is huge for her. Up special, fixed regression where special fall no longer transitioned to regular fall after 60 frames. So sometimes she could act out of her up special, which was weird. Leonardo, removed swords, moved shoulder hitboxes, excluding up special. So yes, you actually have to hit with your sword. You can no longer just throw out these moves, and if they tap your shoulder, they're going to get hit, which is huge. And there's one move in particular that I've already tested that this actually impacts tremendously. And sure, tippers have the lowest priority, so if you clank, it's gonna be harder for you to clank with Leo's tippers because they have lower prio. So we'll get into this one. Lucy Loud fixed a bug where stance change was possible without damaging an opponent, i.e. hitting somebody blocked or invincible. So that's a good change. You know, as a Lucy player, I did like to throw out a bite every now and then on shield because it's relatively safe and it's a good pressure tool, and it's a free way to change your stance. But this is important. You can no longer just throw out bite on shield and get whatever stance you want. So I think this is a good patch, a good change to Lucy. April, fixed bug move where moves can gain ratings without damaging an opponent, which is, again, really important. I don't think she should be getting ratings for damaging somebody's shield. So you actually have to hit them now to get ratings. Light mid removes all body and leg hitboxes. Thank you. Added grounded hitbox for jab resets. Okay, fair enough. Light down increased end lag. Thank you. Increased overall horizontal coverage. So this is huge. I will actually talk about this one. Strong mid removed back two hitboxes from Mike. Thank you. Like, the amount of times you're behind April and she just boom mics you into oblivion. Thank you for changing this. So April players are now actually going to have to space the boom mic and actually hit with the mic instead of just throwing it out, because if they're anywhere in your zip code they get hit. Strong midair. Again, the boom mic removed the back two hitboxes. Oblina just fixed her bug where her sludge could be reflected on the ground, so very important. So you can no longer just smash attack her sludge and get rid of it on the ground. Toph, light midair, set hitbox to fixed point in front of Toph, and she got 2 extra frames on it. All right. Toph's aerials kind of suck, so yeah, that was needed. Zim, light mid, supposed to be aerial. So it's light neutral air. Increase the active frames from 2 to 6, which is huge. That is triple the amount of frames for Zim on his light and air. So he's going to be a nair spammer now, I guess, because he was already spamming strong nair as an entry tool because it covers so much. So now light mid nair. Nigel Thornberry, down special, increased base knockback. So his flick is going to knock back further and increase knockback gain. Up special, increased jump height, so up special goes a little bit higher, landing on opponent and dealing with damage, make the move jump cancelable if still airborne. So yeah, so Korra turbo buffed, Helga turbo buffed, Leo slightly nerfed in some important ways that I think is good, because it makes you actually have to space your moves instead of just throwing out hitboxes. Lucy, technically a little bit of a nerf. April, I wouldn't really even call this a nerfs. I mean, it is a nerf, but it's more of a fix, really, because it was kind of ridiculous that you'd be behind her and the boom mic would still hit you. Oblina gets fixed. Toph, a little bit of a buff, nothing crazy. Zim, I think this is actually a really important buff because this will give him another way to get in instead of just spamming snare. And Nigel, a little bit of a buff as well. So what I'm going to do now is hop off of this, and we're going to pop open NASB, and we'll take a look at these changes in game. So pop open this. There we go. Oh my goodness. Why is it so big? Where am I? There I am. Alrighty. So, we will, do this. Oh, there we go. I just had to fix the audio for you guys. You can actually hear what's going on here. All right, so let me pop open the notes, and we'll start with the obvious one, the most important one. Go into training mode here. Yes, all have alt. So SpongeBob's is a We Are Number One Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen hat. Patrick gets a cowboy hat. Sandy gets a basketball outfit. Aang gets a, I'm not really technically sure what the name of that hat is, but he gets a hat. Toph gets some like gladiator style adornment. Korra's is the most disappointing. It's literally just darker blue. Hers is the lamest in my opinion. Zim becomes human Zim, which is actually pretty dope. Lincoln gets a beanie. Lucy gets these ridiculous oversized shades. Leonardo and Mikey's are pretty dope. They're actually the comic book versions of themselves. April gets a green outfit. Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy get some Christmas hats. PTM, I guess, becomes shirtless and as toast, I guess. I don't. Cat Dog is Party Cat Dog. Reptar's is sick. I actually love this. I'm definitely going to be using the purple skin on Reptar. His is fire. Nigel gets an explorer's hat. Helga gets a Christmas outfit. Danny Phantom gets actually a pretty sick alternate. I actually really like his alt. And Oblina gets some scuba gear. So, there you go. So, we'll use the Korra alt skin. And, yeah, let's take a look at her buffs. Korra versus Korra. Yeah, her alt's kind of not great. It's actually, like, pretty hard to tell the difference, honestly. Okay. So you can see by her foot, if you look by her her foot as she's jabbing, she now has a ground hitbox on her foot. Yeah. So even when they're grounded, you're still able to do damage. Her light down 1, so her end lag is slower. Yeah. Oh gosh. That feels significantly faster. Increase the hit time, hit stun, and decrease the knockback. So it doesn't go as far. Light down 2. Light down 2. The hitbox is bigger. All right. Strong down. The hitbox starts earlier. So yeah, you can see it kind of comes out. Kind of comes out, yeah, like right at the beginning of her kick now, which is good. Her strong dash, the hitbox comes out 6 frames sooner. Still a little bit of a startup with it, as you can see, but definitely a good buff. She jumps over opponents. Yeah, so when they're grounded, she can jump over opponents instead of just like staying in front of them like she did before. Neutral special. If we set the CPU to level 2, they should guard. The block stun and block pushback. Oh yeah, that definitely pushes back significantly further now, for sure. Up special. Okay, yeah, so you can see that the hitbox comes out pretty much like right as the move starts up. Down special, the hit stun. I'll turn the hitboxes off actually, so you'll be able to see the hit stun. Yeah, so you're at higher percents, so you're basically going to be stunned for quite a while. Light neutral air. It offsets a little bit, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that it's offset from her foot. It's not exactly where her foot is. So yes, so, I mean, I think that Korra was one of the more underdeveloped characters. I mean, we've seen Cyrus do crazy things with Korra. So to see her get buffed that hard, a lot faster moves, some more hit stun on a lot of her moves. Yeah, so her light down air. You can see that, yeah, the hitbox now extends all the way up to her hips, so it covers a lot more. It's on her hips at the start. And then it goes back up to just her feet. So you should be able to edge guard a little bit more with it. But obviously this is the important one. I mean, look how fast you can just throw this out now. Yeah, just being able to throw out 2 of these like that. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not very good at the follow-up part of this. But yeah, just being able to throw out 2 of these, like even throwing out 2, it's not very risky, and you can still act out of it. So yeah, this is important for sure. And then you can cover more angles with it. You can go almost all the way up, which is very important. So, yeah. You can basically now double... shoot this out twice. And it's basically more or less safe. Which... yeah, okay. And up special, yeah, she does go into special fall after using it. So, Leo, Mr. Leonardo. Oops. Yes, Mr. Leonardo. The TMNT himself removed the shoulder hitboxes. So previously, when you would do a sword move, there would kind of be a hitbox above his sword area on his shoulder. But as you can see now, it's only where the shoulder is. And that's for all of his moves. Now, some of them, it still covers... like, you don't really have to worry about it as much because the move is still covering, like, his entire body, more or less. But the important one that this change affects the most is his strong dash. So if you get too close with strong dash, you're just going to run right into them and completely miss. And when I tell you it's actually kind of hard to land this move now, like, yeah, like you can just go through them. It's, against smaller opponents, it's actually going to be kind of difficult to land this move. As you can see, like, even misspacing it a little bit, like, you just completely miss. That's the important one. Like, his strong dash is pretty bad now, honestly. Even just misspacing it a little bit, and you're just going to be punished hard. And then obviously the clank with the tippers. I can't really show you that. That's just kind of something you have to feel out, but yeah. Lucy, kind of a quick one. Just some general bug fixes, I suppose. So as you can see, the CPU is guarding, and I'm not getting my stance from biting the CPU. So if they're not guarding, then obviously, yeah, you get your stance. So just a small one, quick one for Lucy, but an important one. April, another big one. So if we set the CPU to guard, yeah, as you can see, I'm not getting ratings from Okay, so the down special still generates ratings. Huh, okay. But her strong down air or a strong down smash, as you can see, while she's shielding, I'm not getting any ratings out of it. And then her light mid, you can see that she has a little bit of a hitbox on her foot now for the jab resets. Her light down, this one's actually important. She goes hella far with her light down now. I mean, she's zooming. It's slower, so there's more end lag, but you can cover. Like, you could probably cover tech in and out with this. You can't cover tech out, but if they tech in, then yeah, I'm sure you can cover that. Let's see if the computer wants to tech in for us. Yeah. So it's slower, but it goes pretty far. And then her strong mid. You can see it no longer has the foot hitboxes anymore. And the back two hitboxes aren't as crazy. So, you know, you're not going to be getting bodied like you used to if she's standing right there. I mean, if you're right behind her, you're still going to get hit. But if you're a little bit away, you're not going to be getting hit anymore. And the same with her strong neutral air. You know, you're not going to be getting hit from behind as much, which is good. You know, especially because it's only one frame that it really covers behind her. 1, 2. So it's 2 frames that it covers behind her and everything else doesn't. So a little bit of a nerf for April, but one that I think was needed. Oblina, that's just a bug fix, so we're okay on that one. Toph. Whoops. Toph. Toph. So her light nair. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, so there's a little bit of an indicator, I guess, with the rocks that spin around. Let's see if we can't. Yeah. So it looks like the hitbox is going to linger beyond where the fist is, but there's a little bit of an indicator with the rocks. That's something. Zium. His light neutral air increased active frames from 2 to 6. Oh, I broke it. Hold on. I broke it. I got too excited to play a Zium. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a powerful approach tool now. Yeah, that covers a lot. Wow. Alright, good for you, Zem. And the Nigel Thornberry. A little bit of a base knockback and some knockback gain increase for the flick. If I can hit it. Yeah, that feels a little bit beefier. Let's see. Let me see if I can do the Nigel. There we go. The strong dash to flick. And his up special goes a little bit higher. It's still not great. It can jump cancel. Which is good. I wonder what percent this would start killing just from center stage. Almost. Let's try 150. Get to center stage, Nigel. You dweeb. The flick. Yeah, so it looks like... Get over here, Nigel. I want to flick. Yeah. So those are the patch notes for this patch of Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Obviously, there are more patches coming in the future. The dev team has several things that they're still working on, but I think this is a good start. I think the alt costumes, for the most part, are pretty neat. Some of them are a little cooler than others. I think Reptar might have the best one, honestly. The purple dino is just rad. So yeah, that's it for this. If you're interested in this game at all, check it out on Steam. There's also a really great Discord and the official Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl Discord. I'm having a ton of fun with this game, and there will be more Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl content in the future. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.